Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Test. Test, test, test. Play some music. Yo.
Sit around and watch the tube, but nothing's on. I changed the channels for an hour or two.
I'm not dead.
Tweet all my thumbs just for a
Can you hear me? Oh yeah, my mic's working. Just got tweeted out, and then we'll get straight into this. Appreciate everyone coming out. I may be streaming to like 30 people. Rich Parents Aryan is back. What do I even say? Is this like ear rape? My bad. Sorry. Okay, I tweeted it out.
I sit around and watch the phone, but no one's calling. Call me pathetic, call me what you will.
Hello, hello, hello.
My mother says to get a job, but she don't like the one she's got. When masturbation's lost its fun, you're fucking bite my lip and close my eyes. Take me away to paradise. I'm so damn bored.
We got a lot of good shit tonight. Looking forward to it. Happy to be back. Hello, hello, hello. Let me shout out some people in chat. Let's see. It's just me, Trump Gaming. We got the best of the best here tonight. El Skeletones, Little Manly, SD. This is always the worst decision ever. When anyone like decides to shout out the chatters, it's just the most retarded names. Like, what up, Cockslayer99? Good to see you in the chat again. Spondile, Scully Twitter. What is Scully tweets? I don't know this. But ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all coming back. We are back. Took a little bit of a break. Just doing IRL stuff, whatever. Don't worry about it. Why focus on the negative side when we're back? That's all we have. That's all we are paying attention to now. Based gamer in the chat, good one. Come on, guys. Let's be normal today. Let's be normal, okay? I'm trying to be normal. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a great stream though. I'm looking forward to it. Good things are coming. We are bringing back the channel. Oh, that's not the right screen. Took a little bit of a 3-week break. I don't want to do an Augie where I'm just like perpetually on my breaks and every time I upload it's now a comeback. Had a little bit of a negative period, but don't worry. I turned 20 years old I'm now a full-grown adult and whatever. No more fucking around, okay? No more fucking around. Good things are coming on this channel. We're back to daily uploads. We're gonna be doing it. This is the start. Back again. New video. Okay, unironically, there is going to be a new main channel video because I started doing some digging on Nickisnotgreen, and he has a pattern of a lot of similar behavior of spewing baseless allegations, no evidence, accusing people with no basis at all. And he's done this multiple times, calling for the deplatforming of multiple creators. There's a pattern with him that's been going on for the past like couple of years now, and there's multiple cases to pull from. And Supermega is not just the beginning of it. And you know, the weird thing is that he always tries to qualify himself when he says, usually I don't think deplatforming is a good thing. It's usually not a good way to go about, you know, solving criticism or responding to people by just taking them off the platform. But this guy consistently calls for the deplatforming of numerous people. So, happy birthday, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Like, what the fuck happened? Okay, we're not focusing on the bad times. We're focusing on the good times. Big things are coming on this channel. Whatever. Good things are coming. But we have updates on the Supermega situation. Noah Samson and Mr. Beard are very similar. Those guys, too. I gotta look into all of those guys. I gotta look into all of those people. They're very interestingly retarded. So, good things are coming there. The whole lefty commentary space, you know? It's 10 times worse. Like, in case you thought the English-British commentary space was bad with I'm Alex, Memulus, Will N.E., all of those motherfuckers, in case you thought that was rough, this new age of lefty creators that have now kind of infiltrated and our mainstream commentary are 10 times worse imaginable than you can even think. What's up, everyone, coming out, though? Appreciate it. It's been a long time, so I maybe haven't streamed like 10 people, but Nickisnotgreen released a statement. There's been a lot of things coming out. So Turkey Tom released his video. I didn't know this was going to happen at all, but Turkey Tom released his video, 750K views on this. Now, this completely blows the situation out of the water to such a high degree. This was a week ago. I wasn't here, so I couldn't cover it in the moment, but this video is bigger than any video anyone has ever covered on this situation whatsoever. Whether it be Nickisnotgreen, whether it be Lex's original video, all of those videos I think peaked. I think Nickisnotgreen's peaked at around 600K views. Now, to have this video stomping out all of those is very surprising, actually, too. I'm surprised it got this amount of views, but very fucking good. Very good. I didn't think Turkey Tom would be doing a video on this. I thought, sadly, like, you know, my video and who's that other guy called, like, Epic, what is it? It's like Weeb something. I follow him on Twitter. I can't remember his name. But he did a video on the Supermega video situation, got like 90K views. But I thought it was just going to be us. And it was just stay underground for the most part. But Ryan McGee of Supermega, which is one half, he released a whole document talking, defending himself from the allegations and mainly saying that it was fucked up for everyone involved to bring up their dead friend Daniel, who committed suicide, and how they shouldn't have brought him up at all, and kind of really went hard with that narrative. I'm not sure if he talked about much else, which I want to look into because I'm pretty sure Tom covers it in this video. But essentially, Tom covered all of the bases that were necessary. Maybe even a little bit more bases than necessary, because personally, me, I like to sum up my videos in kind of 30 minutes, 40 minutes max, you know? 2 hours and 30 minutes, I'm a little worried if someone makes a video like this that not enough people are going to watch it, or not enough people are going to get the relevant information to really come away with the story and the right information, because who the fuck is watching I mean, it's not anything against Tom, he makes great content. I'm not watching a 2 hour and 30 minute video. It's just not happening, you know what I mean? Most Hollywood cinema movies can't keep me entertained for that long. So that's the problem. I think that maybe you're covering your bases a little bit too much when you make a video this long. But regardless, to my knowledge, because I've seen brief reactions to this and reactions from streamers like Chud Logic talking about the situation, he covered the main important stuff. He covered the main important stuff that I covered in my video, that other people covered, Chud covered extensively, to basically just show the narrative above and beyond that it was all an op, and the multiple lies spread by multiple of these people, showing the connection and the friendship and the correlated timeline that was very convenient for all of them to come out with their stories at a very similar convenient time. You know, it's crazy how big Tom is. He's about to hit 1 million. Yeah, honestly, congratulations to that guy. He's doing great. But I want to check out some of this, and also the main topic for this video is that Nickisnotgreen responded. Let me see if I can pull out a little bit here. My drama with Supermega. Now, apparently he also deleted his 2 other videos on Supermega, which unironically is a good thing. That is a very good thing, because if you didn't know, I mean, 3 weeks ago when I did a stream on Nickisnotgreen too, he and Gokunaru, yeah, he's been doing good coverage. But a few weeks ago, after Lex unlisted her video, he unlisted it, yeah. But after Lex unlisted her video, everyone was wondering. I saw some Reddit posts, and I was wondering the same things. I think I did a video on it saying, if this was truly your intentions, Nickisnotgreen, because he said in his original video, all he wanted to do is lift up the story of Lex and give the weak a voice, or some of that cringe shit. You know what I mean? The lefty buzzwords, anything you could think of. You know, I want to give a voice to the weak. I just want to lift up the weak's voices. You name it. You know, it's stereotypical bullshit. But if that was really your intention, why was like half the video including reading off Reddit posts of people just shitting on Supermega, insulting them, where one of them was just a gif of Matt Watson getting punched in the face at a boxing match, and he was playing that consistently again and again and again. I mean, everybody knows that. That's become a meme at this point. So it was very clear that your intentions weren't just as innocent of making a video lifting up the weak's voices. So, of course, when Lex unlisted her video, basically disavowing and her statements, not all of her statements, but she didn't want the situation to get big anymore, which is why she unlisted her video. She released her statement in the description saying that it got out of hand, and if she knew it was going to come to this, she would have never came out with her allegations in the first place. So after she made that statement, of course, a bunch of people were saying, okay, Nick, Lex said this about her allegation, so if this is really your true intention, why not unlist your videos? And seems like it took him a couple weeks, but at the end of the day, he did do it. So, I mean, good on him for that. I mean, it's pathetic in the grand scheme of things to give him any kind of praise, but at least we have to give that, you know, to at least be honest in the situation. But in the grand scheme of things, it means nothing. I mean, they did irreparable damage to Supermega and their career going forward, you know? So he took down those videos and released this new video called My Drama with Supermega, 20-minute video. I already saw about 7 minutes of it, and I knew I had to come back for a live stream. So I wanted to go over that. But first, this was his initial response to Ryan's document responding about Daniel. And I want to go over this and then look over the actual document that I think Tom goes
Supermega is
in his video. So Nick says, people will do/say anything to defend people who cover up rape and continue. I'm sorry. I mean, is he still going in hard? I don't know if he still goes in hard in his initial video, talking about it recently. I know he's still full 100% says that Lex got sexually assaulted without a doubt. But I don't know if he goes full-fledged that still saying that Supermega covered up the sexual assault. I mean, that's kind of one-to-one, you would imagine, right? But we'll see. But no. People will do/say anything to defend people who cover up rape and continue to be friends with rapists. What? Wait, I didn't read this in depth before this. Who the fuck's friends with rapists? What is he getting that from? Is he claiming that Supermega is still friends with Don after they said they cut contact completely and also fired him? Which personally, I think that's a criticism. That's a criticism from me from Supermega. They bend the knee. They completely cucked out in that situation because optically, that's kind of just what Supermega had to do to try to salvage any career they had left, is take a little bit of the blame on the shoulder, on the chin, and then throw Don completely under the bus, saying, we're so proud of you, Lex, for coming out with your sexual assault story. We don't doubt you for a second. I'm proud of you for saying all this. Bullshit. I think that's the worst thing. If Supermega is deserving of any kind of cancellation, it's for doing that. Because they added on and perpetuated the allegations that aren't proven at all against Don. What's up with the dog? Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. But now they're saying they're continuing to be friends with rapists. What is that in reference to? But just food for thought before you mindlessly and endlessly fight for someone you don't know. Sometimes you wonder why people don't stand up for / stay quiet about sexual assault victims. And it's because fuck, I'm retarded. Stay quiet about sexual assault victims, and it's because it results in thousands of people calling them liars and harassing them off the internet for any reason they can find. It happens every single time. This is pathetic. There's no acknowledgement at all for the countless lies that not only Lex told, but Nick is not green, Ethan is online, and Leighton told. It's not just as black and white as Lex got kicked off of the internet because she was an innocent woman who just came forward for sexual assault allegation. You know? If that was truly the case, then yeah, that would be fucked up. But that's not it. Lex has she completely dragged Supermega into this situation out of the blue, where her sexual assault was like 1/4 of her video, if not less, 1/5. It was like 30 minutes, 20 minutes of a 2-hour and 30-minute video, you know? And also got caught lying countless time and time again. So, but, So it's just not as innocent as an innocent woman coming out with her allegation and all the incels online, all the incel army comes out and says, fuck women, you know? Aiden is calling you? He is? Hello?
Dude, you've got some fucking nerve, dude. You've got some fucking nerve.
What's going on?
I was just waiting to go live, just waiting all day because I knew that on the East Coast, everyone else was going to be going live and stealing my thunder. So I waited until this specific fucking time to go live, to do my one live stream.
Dude,
that
I have 56 viewers. Why is your pussy so sore?
Because my family needs to eat. We're starving.
How many viewers do you have, motherfucker?
I don't even know. How many viewers do I have?
Yeah, you don't know. Dude,
0? 32? What the fuck?
I have 56 viewers. Get off my cock, okay?
Okay, you know what? This is bullshit.
What are you covering, motherfucker?
Nick is not green.
Oh, Nick is not queer? I'm covering him too, actually.
Okay.
Fuck you, motherfucker.
Wait, I just dropped 2 viewers and you just gained 2 viewers. This is bullshit. This is
Suck
such
my dick.
bullshit. I know you would like that. Your fucking gay ass haircut. Cut your hair, first of all. Get a fucking haircut.
Okay, you got anything else as to whine about your pussy being sore? Or
no, that's it. You're fucking 20.
Suck my dick. That motherfucker. Dude, Aiden's funny. But no, okay, going back. Dude. Jesus. But sorry, someone's fucking calling me on my phone right now too. Sorry for the little bit of distractions, fucking Aiden. It happens every single time, but you guys should shut the fuck up and think about why none of their friends / peers stand up for them or back them up on any of this shit. It's What? You guys should shut the fuck up and think about why none of their friends / peers stand up for them or back them up about any of this shit. What is he referring to? There's nothing I hate more than this vague posting, you know? It's so fucking annoying. Who is he talking about here? Like, this is the worst. It's the most annoying part because when you vague post, you're acting like you're above it, but simultaneously still delving into the cancer and still like talking about the situation that you're acting like you're above and don't want to talk about. It's so annoying. You know, it's like, I don't want to fully get into the mud. I don't want to fully get into the Spurs and talk with these motherfuckers, but I'm going to be just vague enough. To not give any real details. It's like, commit to one side. Either talk about it full-fledged and give examples, or don't talk about it at all. It's the most annoying shit. But it's embarrassing. Go get a job and stop being obsessed losers. Nick is not green, guys. Nick is not green telling us to get a job. Like, what are we supposed to say to this? We have the most retarded job of mankind. What are we covering? I watched the D'Amelio's show new season and it's bad. Popular TikTok bartender overshares her marriage drama. His job is being an obsessed loser. Which, hey man, all power to you. We're all obsessed losers, but it's so cringe. It's so cringe, you know? It's your favorite content creator wants to be uncanceled. They should make a video and stop whining about their own actions catching up to them. So basically just not acknowledging anything, vague posting. But I wanted to go over the document that apparently Ryan released. So it should be a part in this.
For the story, they
Turkey
shouldn't
Tom
have
video.
said, "Tell me how he abused you," because that's not fucking relevant. They should have supported her and protected her and helped her. They never cared. Matt and Ryan are just giant fucking assholes.
So this should be it.
and was where this video was originally going to them for granted. Stating the description. She distances
So he goes
herself from
over
Leighton completely, but
Alex
never
on
actually
list.
says his name. It also doesn't help that I've had an individual around me who has made this worse for me by taking my trust in them for granted by using it as a platform to say a lot of really not okay things while I was out seeing a movie. I would have off, but just a few
Okay,
prior,
good.
that appeared
So
to be the
this
end
is
of the story.
this is apparently the response. So that was Nickisnotgreen's response to this. To Ryan making a statement about this. I haven't even seen this statement by Ryo yet. So we'll go over this and then we're covering the main video. My drama with Supermega from Nickisnotgreen. We'll see this because honestly, I mean, you could ignore this. Like unironically, the best way to go about any drama is to ignore this, but it's fucking hard to ignore 750k views, you know? And I bet his comment section, Reddit, and like overall comments on all social media is kind of flooded with this shit, you know? Because he's, other than Lex, he's the main figurehead of all of these allegations because he spearheaded this into kind of the mainstream, unironically giving a voice to Lex. And as he says, which this was unbelievable to admit, but as he says in this video from like the 7 minutes I've already seen, he admits that Lex and Leighton or someone, at least Lex, talked to him and asked him if he could make a video boosting her story. Now, I thought that was an unbelievable thing to admit on camera because that's the thing we were talking about all this time. That all of these people were in cahoots. They're all friends with each other. And he just outright confirms it, that he was asked to make the video. So, I want to go over this though. Let's see what Ryan had to say, which is half a super.
It was where this video was originally going to leave off. But just a few days before I was planning to release on October 17th, Ryan posted a new statement on the matter, this time on the offense. It's directed against Leighton, Nick, Lex, and Ethan. Ryan was upset that those involved still hadn't taken responsibility for bringing up Daniel Kyer. He reiterates the accusation that they didn't care about him was not true. He takes time to reflect on how close of a friend Daniel was and how deeply his loss affected everyone around him. It was a traumatic event that, thanks to Lex, was now being exploited for internet brownie points. He lists specific instances and even points out Lex was the first person to mention him. The claims regarding Matt and I disrespecting Daniel's memory were made and propagated by Lex in her now unlisted YouTube video that
I mean, that's just true. Like the main thing that Lex did in this video was bringing up a lot of unnecessary random details, which as she stated in her unlisted description statement after she unlisted her video, is that she was trying to add in as many details as possible to make her story seem believable. Sure, that's plausible on one end, but also very convenient. I think a very other likely scenario that could have happened is that she was adding in all of these unnecessary details and unnecessary insults to try to paint Supermega look out to be the worst people possible, and was essentially throwing anything against the wall to see what would stick. Unironically, character assassinating them. Throwing in random things like, you know what, not only did these people cover up my sexual assault, but they also made fun of their suicidal friend. So not only do they cover up my sexual assault, they also don't care about suicidal people. You hear that, guys? They must be really fucked up if they don't care about people who commit suicide. You know what I mean? It had that kind of undertone where it was just straight character assassination of unnecessary detail after detail to try to just paint these guys out to look like in the worst light. And also add on top of the fact the proven lies that she says in her story about Supermega. it all comes together, and we have no reason to give her the benefit of the doubt that she was simply saying all these things just to make her story more believable, when she's a proven liar about these people, trying to make them already look out to be worse than what they actually are. So it all connects.
It was posted July 27th, 2023, where she claims Matt called Daniel a coward multiple times and that Matt and I don't give a shit about suicide. She was the first person to mention Daniel. Leighton Stollard in a now deleted Twitch livestream that aired July 28th, 2023, where he stated we would make the actual act of Daniel's suicide the punchline of disgusting jokes. Nick, in a video that was uploaded to his YouTube channel on July 29th, 2023, where he uses a random post from a fan on the Supermega subreddit as a segue to talk about Daniel, while also highlighting the claims Leighton and Lex made. And lastly, Ethan in a now deleted YouTube live stream that aired July 30th, 2023, in which Lex also appears, where he confidently states that we called Daniel a coward as he's reading a Supermega apology bingo card on the Supermega subreddit.
Yeah, also, what's the coincidence that all of them brought up this thing about Daniel's suicide? You know? It's just another piece of the pie to put this all together. It's another connection you can make. All of them are bringing up the same semi kind of mundane detail to just character assassinate.
This is the same stream where Ethan displays a subscriber counter for our channel, celebrating the loss of our audience while encouraging those watching to unsubscribe from Supermega. Ryan goes on to explain what transpired after they released their responses. Ethan and Leighton went quiet. Lex defended Leighton, citing his BPD.
They literally admitted it.
Then, a few weeks later, she unlisted her original video with a new description to distance herself. Ryan calls this out for what it is, throwing Leighton under the bus. Within this edit, she states that an individual, Leighton, used her trust in them as a platform to say a lot of really not okay things. She throws Leighton under the bus while failing to take accountability for how she said some of those exact same things.
Oh shit. Wait. W Supermega. Are you kidding me? He actually calls this out? I didn't think he called this out. Whoa. 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 This is like an exact quote of like people what me and other people were saying. That Lex's whole description statement after she unlisted her video was all just a cop out of her own credit, taking accountability herself, and throw Leighton under the bus to have him be the perfect scapegoat because he already did something that was so indefensible and told provable lies, which all of them told provable lies, but Leighton's were the most vapid and easily proven wrong, which were proven wrong in Matt's response statement that he initially made about it. So he was the perfect scapegoat to try to throw him under the bus to make sure all of everyone else would still come out credible. Because they have to get rid of the one rat to make sure they all don't suffer down and drown equally.
Thanks,
Together,
and was the first one to do so. They don't care about suicide.
It's
They don't
actually
give a
fucking
shit about
disgusting.
suicide. Those are her exact words after repeating Daniel's name to the camera twice. Her only proof that I didn't care being that I was quiet or uncomfortable around discussions pertaining to the topic. She never apologizes for unnecessarily bringing Daniel into the conversation. He points out that her edited description.
Oh yeah, I also didn't mention this. Dude, ladies and gentlemen, this channel is now monetized. I think this happened when I was on my break, but we're monetized. So we're going to be making a whole $7.60 per month. Appreciate everyone coming out. I did not mean to click on that.
Doesn't even acknowledge the mistake. The only thing I could find was in the edited description where she says, "My intention was to get my message."
We got monetized really fast, yeah.
About Dawn, immediately completed and believed, and talk about what happened after that.
Because I know a lot of people were saying last stream that I did on Michael Alberto, how do I donate? Please, I want to give you my life savings, Lerix. You can do it now, so you know, don't be shy.
Fortunately led me to see him again, which is what led to a lot of interpersonal chaos that I learned wasn't necessary explaining in detail, or even at all to be believed. Whatever she may have meant by this, it doesn't do anything to clear the water she muddied in relation to Daniel, especially when it's an edit to a description of an unlisted video. Neither did the words of Nick, who also didn't take any responsibility for propagating the lie. Nick was and still is the only one of them to publicly address things after the release of our videos. In Nick's update, he doesn't take responsibility for how wrong it was to specifically use Daniel in his original video.
Damn, he goes in. You know, Ryan was the passive motherfucker who only made like a 9-minute video essentially bending the knee to everything Lex said, you know? But I like this new Ryan.
which garnered over 700,000 views. He instead dedicates about 20 seconds of his 1 hour and 5-minute upload to say he thinks he made a bit of a mistake when including other stories, mentioning how he believed it was context that he personally thought was important and necessary for the story. What logical leap must one make to think my friend who has been gone for over 8 years is in any way context to Lex's story of SA? Nick gave a spotlight.
That's what it is. There's no context at all. And I'm pretty sure like the little bit of the video I already watched from Nickisnotgreen, he goes on to state that again, his only intention was just to lift up the weak's voices, you know, give the victims a voice or whatever. But that's not it. That was like 50% of the video was covering Lex's story. The rest is random Reddit comments and pointless shit. Like actual just character assassination.
To the thing said about
Lerix, did you see that H3 and Pokimane did an entire segment on Boblax today? Shut the fuck up. That did not happen, and that's probably a fake Diorio.
Daniel, not because he thought
what? If you're gonna troll, make it believable. No fucking way.
it added context to the story, but because it helped his thesis of Supermega is filled with horrible people. This was intentional hurt smuggled in under the guise of providing context. When you shoot and edit a video, you get to choose what you want to keep in and what you want to leave out. You have full control over what you say. So why was Daniel edited in? Why bring him into this and perpetuate that I was indifferent when I have not once opened up about Daniel to any of these people? From this point on, I'll be reading the rest.
He's going in as much as everyone did who made videos on this. Why didn't you do this in your initial video? Oh my god, this is the problem. Supermega was so worried about pissing off their fan base because they saw the initial blowback from the Lex allegations, you know? Why didn't we get this in the initial video? This is great. This should have been the script for your video. Not just bending the knee like fucking crying for 9 minutes saying, "I'm sorry that you were raped." And also, I mean, like seriously, you did throw Don under the bus though, Ryan. That's the tough thing about Supermega here. They did throw Ryan under the bus for their own sake, which is very criticizable on itself. It's real, Lerix. Let's see. If this is porn, I'm gonna pull up this tweet. What's this? Dude, what is this? Oh, okay. That fucking scared me. I saw like a screen records thing. Let me see.
This, so.
But yeah, Boblax has been tweeting about me since
What the fuck?
2017.
Oh my god.
Like a hot minute.
What is this from? What is the context? You're unable to view this post? Who the fuck has me blocked? Who is this? Who is this?
This, so.
Is this a whole segment though?
But yeah, Boblax has been tweeting about me since 2017.
Oh my god.
Like a hot minute.
This.
Dude, if someone has timestamps for that, I mean, I'll cover it after I go over the Supermega shit. That sounds funny as fuck.
Rest of the post.
How is Boblax not tweeted about this yet? Or at least like did a stream on it? I feel like I guess it must have just happened.
Verbatim, as I don't think there's any additional commentary required. It's a very well-written, interesting post. Nick, Lex, Layton, and Ethan weaponized my best friend's death against me, the person who found him. As a result, there have been comments perpetuating these lies on a video where I'm commemorating Daniel on our old channel, Syndigo, accusing my grief of being fake. Additionally, Daniel's social media posts have been targeted as well. Daniel is no longer with us, therefore doesn't have a voice to speak up. He can't mute, block, or delete harassing and hurtful comments. This situation has tainted his online memorial for me, as people comment as if they knew our friendship based solely on the lies perpetuated by individuals that never even knew him. What was once a time capsule of my best friend that I could look back on has now become a place that fills me with anxiety.
You know what's really smart though? Like, if you're going to respond as Supermega, if you're going to respond to these allegations, this is how you do it. This is how you do it. And this is why I really thought it should have been the initial outcome, you know? Because if he would have came on deck, or if he would have came on camera like how I do, or even kind of how Tom does in this video, I don't think it would have the same well received response. But I feel like attacking it from this angle as Supermega is the best angle you could ever, you know, get the best response out of, where you just bring up specifically, because as like the moral weight of these people, it gets across the main points, but also has that like sympathetic Trojan horse attacked side to it, or whatever the fuck, you know? Because you're not only getting across the message that these people said lies about you and were trying to character assassinate you, but at the same time, and were dishonest, but at the same time did like very weird immoral shit, like unironically weaponizing, I hate the like buzzwords, but weaponizing the friend's suicide against these people, you know, strictly for their narrative to further character assassinate. So it's a smart approach though.
Can't simply scroll through new comments and see people remembering him without also seeing these baseless accusations mixed in. It's just disrespectful. If anyone has anything to say, I wish they wouldn't do so by marring the social media pages of someone who can no longer speak for themselves. In relation to the old jokes told about Daniel, humor is how I and many others handle trauma. It gives us some sort of control over it. Any jokes told were in the vein of pretending to forget how to pronounce Syndigo or jokingly lamenting how 7-Second Challenge featuring Markiplier Part 2 never came out. All this to say that unless someone wanted to personally misconstrue times I've brought Daniel up, there's never been a moment I or Matt have expressed callous ambivalence to his death. I'm not asking for
like, do you think, like, to be honest, like, think about it. If you've had a past friend, you must think of that person as so poorly and so immoral to think that they would on purpose make fun of one of their best friends who killed themselves. Like, do you realize, like, let's say they weren't lying. Let's say Lex wasn't purposely trying to spread this lie about Supermega to make them look worse, about saying that their friend committed suicide and they purposely made fun of them, showing that they really don't care about suicide. Let's say she didn't do all of that for her further game to character assassinate them. Do you realize how negative and how poor of a characterization you have to form of a person to think that someone would even be capable of doing that? That's just absurd to me, you know? Like, I've fell out with people in the past and never could I like craft this negative of a, you know, character of them.
for these people.
That's just such an insane thing to think that someone would do wholeheartedly. Make fun of one of their best friends for killing themselves. I mean, come on.
To be harassed or bullied. I only asked them for what they asked of Matt and me, to take accountability. Needlessly bringing Daniel into a conversation that had nothing to do with him, only to use him as a malicious tool, is low. None of these people cared about Daniel. They only cared about what damage they could cause to his name. The whole reason this situation began was because traumas weren't felt to have been taken seriously, and now I'm left confused and angered that this same group of people would then deliberately attack my most sensitive trauma and use my friend to smear both Matt and I.
That's good. That's good. That's good. This is written well. This is written well. Man, this should have been a video. Why was this just like a twit longer? This is written well.
Easy for them to spread the sentiment they didn't care about Daniel. A my word versus their word spun out of thin air. But they didn't have to endure the actual hardships that came with Daniel's passing. They weren't the ones who found him. They weren't the ones who waited in purgatory at the hospital. They weren't a part of the community that grieved his loss and continues to celebrate his life. There's an entire history that they get to neglect for the benefit of adding poison to the well. Daniel was an amazingly talented dude with skill sets far beyond his years. He was more than just a talent to so many people because on top of his accomplishments stood a creatively funny, contemplative, and unique friend. I remember many nights where Daniel would throw coins at my bedroom window until he got my attention so we could go on late night drives to smoke cigarettes and belt out whatever song we felt like singing while booking it down a barren South Carolina highway. I will forever miss Daniel being in my passenger seat. Thank you to everyone who took the time to read this regardless of.
The part that I'm most in disbelief of is that I must be missing something. This was seriously Nickisnotgreen's response to this twit longer? How could he possibly think this would go over well, even with his soy-ass fucking audience? That's so surprising because, as I said, Supermega, Ryan attacked this from the perfect angle, you know? Because he's still bringing in that moral weight and trying to get the sympathy votes out of the soy audience of Nickisnotgreen, where even they can't overlook this. And even they have to check Nickisnotgreen and say, hey, you know what? It is true. This whole situation, you were criticizing Supermega of not taking someone else's trauma seriously. So for you to use this trauma against someone else, it's pretty fucked up here, Nick. Like, I feel like that's the general response the average Nickisnotgreen fan would have, you know? If they would read this in decent faith, you know? So that's bizarre. That's bizarre that he would respond in this way.
Where you stand. I feel like I had to at least say something since these statements haven't been retracted and continue to cause harm. Large platforms are used to spread this misinformation, and unfortunately some of the sentiments left behind are written in ink. Following this pretty long and detailed post, many thought Nick, Ethan, Lex, or just anyone would reach out and apologize for ever invoking the name of Daniel Kyer. Instead, what they got was this very thoughtful and respectful post from Nickisnotgreen on Instagram.
I feel like it's such an easy, it's almost, Ryan almost gave them an easy cop-out a little bit too. Because Nick could have just responded to this saying, hey, you know what? Certain things I said in the video, the majority of the things I said were true and I still believe in, but probably just shouldn't have mentioned up Daniel, you know? Same thing with Lex. She could have said similar things. Probably shouldn't just mention Daniel. That was a fuck up, you know? And they could have gotten off like fine with that. But no.
Where he said the following: people will do/say anything to defend people who cover up rape and continue to be friends with rapists. I think I've probably done enough today to show that straight up did not happen.
Yeah,
Just
I don't even know
before you mindlessly.
Yeah, I don't even know where he gets that from. Still friends with rapists? I mean, there's multiple things you can criticize Supermega for, like throwing Don. Like I criticized Supermega for throwing Don under the bus. How are you going to say that they're continuing to be friends with him after they cut all contact and fired him?
And endlessly
like
fight for someone
they fired the guy, you know?
Don't know. Sometimes you wonder why people don't stand up for and stay quiet about victims, and it's because it results in thousands of people calling them liars and harassing them off the internet for any reason they can find. It happens.
Is what he's saying here, is he saying that they didn't fire Don quick enough? Like after they immediately heard the story from Lex that, hey, you know what, Don did sexually assault me, and after immediately getting that call from Lex, Nick is mad that they didn't immediately cut contact and fire him on spot without even talking to the guy. I mean, I brought this up before. It's the most normal and human response of all time to have two friends where put yourself in Supermega's shoes. You have two friends, Lex and Don. You hear from one friend that, hey, you know what? Your other friend did sexually assault me. And you're like, whoa, what the fuck? That's crazy. I'm so sorry to hear that. Here, I'm going to confront him right now. What's going on? So then you confront Don. You say, hey, what's going on? Lex told me this. And then he gives his account of the story and says, no, dude, okay, just listen. It was just a awkward sexual experience. I didn't sexually assault her. It was an awkward experience in bed, but it wasn't anything as serious as that. That's an incredibly hard position to be put in as a friend, as a human, as in anything. Like, there's no way you can't be sympathetic for Supermega in this situation. That is an incredibly hard situation to be put in. And to be expected to immediately cut off Don after hearing something with no evidence is absurd. That's bizarre.
Every single time.
And completely unrealistic.
You guys should shut up and think about why none of their friends and peers stand up for them or back them up. It's worth noting that as of Ryan's new post, many creators have come out to express support in his replies. Not a huge deal.
Base? Dude, iDubbbz is back, guys. He's supporting Ryan and Supermega.
But just saying. It's embarrassing.
What a bizarre comment to make. Because I feel like iDubbbz he chooses his words wisely, I feel like these days. He chooses his replies wisely. So to choose to reply a heart to Ryan McGee is just funny, I guess.
Go get a job and stop being obsessed with losers. Bro, Nick, directly for you. We're YouTubers, dude. Chill out. I don't even need to say anything, really. This post really speaks for itself. I find it absurd, and obviously this guy is not going to acknowledge what he did here. I think it's fair to say this entire situation was grossly mishandled.
Yeah, so that's the segment, at least. Bizarre response from Nick. But there's a new one. The main topic that I wanted to do the stream over, his new video, My Drama with Supermega, 20 minutes long, 9 minutes ago. Let's check it out.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special episode, not only because I am back in my office and I am home from tour, but also because today's drama that I'm talking about has to
Wait, real quick, sorry. Let me see this shit. Pokimane talks about Boblax. What is this?
It's a nightmare.
2:15.
You had a spat with Bobby, who
Man, what a horrible fucking collab. What a nightmare collaboration.
who's also a fixture on our show, Boblax.
Bobby.
Wait.
Who?
Also, it's pretty wild.
What's new?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Two whammon, let's go.
Also, I didn't know, but you had a spat with Bobby, who's also a fixture on our show, Boblex.
Who?
We call Boblex. We call him Bobby.
Oh man. Oh man, oh
By
man.
the way, I just want to give a special shout out to
What the fuck is on her arm?
Oh man, oh
Oh, I thought that was a tattoo
Man.
for a
By the
second.
way,
like,
I just want to give a special shout out to Keemstar, who's the lucky owner of 250 Boblax sweaters.
Congrats, dude.
for real?
He stuck it to us.
He owned you, dude.
Funny story.
We did a gag where we bought a bunch of his plushies because he needed like 500 to meet the threshold to get it made. And then he
the
said
fact that
some dumb
Boblax is a
shit.
meme
I
for
forget
H3
what,
H3 is
but we're like,
a
fuck it, we're gonna
bizarre
cancel our
thing,
plushie
you
order.
know?
And then Keemstar, I guess, trying to stick it to me.
Bought them?
250.
That's crazy.
It still happened, and that fucking
That's
idiot
such good lore.
Okay, I got a 1.5
Wow.
this.
Showed you, dude.
You should, yeah, you gotta
I'm not gonna lie, Boblax has been very
this is the stake headquarters
That's so good.
where it all happened. Built
You're just poking out. Hey.
right there under that
Hey.
that
So-
thatched roof.
We, not to be a buzzkill, but we did learn it's this hut over here.
That property is much more legit.
This one's more iconic though.
Yeah, this is the
Yeah.
iconic
Okay,
one, but
dude.
It is
Iconic.
technically next door.
This sucks.
But yeah, Boblax has been tweeting about me since 2017.
Oh my god.
Like a hot minute.
Oh man, I saw.
Okay, there's things to criticize Boblax for, you know? I mean, he recently made a pretty dumb tweet about Pokimane before even watching the video, you know? I don't know if you guys know that situation, but Boblax was accusing Pokimane of overly sexualizing herself for content, and he was trying to point out an hypocrisy, saying, Pokimane, don't you want to not be sexualized, yet you're posting videos of you eating a banana, when in reality he didn't even watch the fucking video, and the video was just more of a meme that girls can't eat bananas on stream without being sexualized. So she did like a little joke where she put a black screen over when she would take a bite. You know, he had a retard moment. He didn't watch the video. But I mean, just like inherently, if you tweet about someone since 2017, I mean, that doesn't really say much. But if they go into specifics, I mean,
Tweeting about me since
let's see.
2017.
Oh my god.
Like a hot minute.
Oh man, I saw this tweet is insane. You're gonna like this. He said, so Pokey uploaded a video, or did you or someone did? Yeah, you did.
Oh, they're gonna
Eating
go
a
over
banana.
it.
And she covers it because she's like, the internet's so fucking crazy that me eating a banana.
So the whole joke of the clip is like how female streamers eat bananas, and if you play it, I turn my
Oh
camera
no, this is gonna be bad. This is gonna be a bad look for Boblax. Oh no.
off and turn it back on quickly, and the banana goes like down
They're
and
going
down.
over
So I won't
this.
even like actually eat it on stream because people
Here's the short.
are kooky and will sexualize anything. Oh yeah,
By
it's
the way.
Turn webcam off. Yeah. Okay.
it just like slowly disappears and becomes shorter.
So there is the video.
It's a little goof, a gag,
That's
a
good.
JK, you know?
So Bobby said Pokey complains about incel teenagers sexualizing her and then uploads this shit to her YouTube channel. The fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, there's only 3
Wow.
minutes left. We're good.
You know what Tipster would say to him, Zach?
Cheers, my dude.
No, not that. He would say at least.
Tipster too? Dude, what the fuck is this dystopia? Why is Tipster and Boblax memes for H3H3? Okay, but I don't have much to say about here. Boblax just gets owned. Like, yeah, Boblax had a retard moment. GG Boblax. But no, okay, Nickisnotgreen video.
Personally with me in regards to my coverage on the Supermega story that happened a few months ago on my channel and on many other places on the internet. If you're a regular viewer of my channel, you probably know what's going on and at least some of what has been said about me and others in the comments of my video. But I know that most of you are probably very confused right now, so I'll catch you up. Now, I wanted to talk about this sooner, but I was afraid that bringing it up would cause even more harassment against myself and the people around me and others in this
Poor Nick is not... I didn't even catch this part at first. Poor Nick is not green. The harassment you're getting, motherfucker. This is unbelievable. This guy is unbelievable. Are you serious?
right now, so I'll catch you up. Now, I wanted to talk about this sooner, but I was afraid that bringing it up would cause even more harassment against myself and the people around me and others in this situation. But because of just
sorry, the harassment that you're getting. Feel bad for you there. Not the people you accused with no evidence of covering up a sexual assault, getting their career severely damaged to the extent where they don't even know they could come back to their channel and run a successful channel anymore. Not the don't care about the harassment for those guys. Not the people that you accused of rape without any basis at all and said it as fact. Let's not worry about those fucking people. I'm concerned about your mental health, Nick. Please
and the
tell
people
us.
around me and others in this situation. But because of just how bad it has really gotten, I want to publicly and fully explain my perspective and try to resolve it in the best way I can. A few months ago, I made two different videos about a controversy that happened with a YouTube channel by the name of Supermega. The controversy revolved around a sexual assault that happened to an artist and a friend of Supermega's by another one of their close friends who also worked for the channel. Both people were highly associated with Supermega, and the actual instance of the sexual assault happened under Matt Watson's roof. Now, the artist who was sexually assaulted made a video months after this.
I mean, I'm sorry, but it's just, it could have happened. I'm not saying it couldn't have happened. Lex could have been sexually assaulted. It's possible. Do we know? No. Fuck no. Don gave his account of the story. It wasn't sexual assault. And Lex gave her account of the story and said it was sexual assault. Why? Why are we just saying that she got sexually assaulted? Why? Like, I've said this before. It's one thing. It's like, you know, it's one thing to be a good friend. It's one thing to be a good friend, like Nickisnotgreen, behind the scenes. When someone tells you, like your good friend tells you, I was sexually assaulted. And you should be there for that person and say like, holy shit, I'm sorry. Do whatever you want. You know, take care of them, whatever. You know, any of the cringe shit. Be a good friend behind the scenes. But when you have a platform, you know what I mean? When you have a platform of 750 subscribers and you reach hundreds of thousands of people, there is a greater responsibility you now have other than just being a good friend behind the scenes to your buddy. Because now you have the opportunity to victimize and accuse someone else and ruin their life, ruin their career. And that's what they did. That's what they did. And still to this day in this response, he's just saying blatantly that the sexual assault happened. It's kind of just infuriating. Thanks for the $5. T Brown. Thanks for keeping the lights on. Welcome back, Lerix. Thanks for curing my depression for an evening. Appreciate it. I feel like this is more depressing than anything, but I appreciate the $5. Anyone who donates, I will say a slur. No, okay. No.
Happened under Matt Watson's roof. Now, the artist who was sexually assaulted.
Okay, come on. Come on, YouTube. I was joking. I'm not actually going to do it. Stop. Stop. Okay, are we actually getting the call? Please play the fucking
Hello,
video.
welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special episode.
Stop being... Come on. Thank you guys for coming out to the stream. It's been a good show. But yeah, see you guys next time. What the fuck? Come on, YouTube. Nickisnotgreen. They don't know. They don't want me to. They don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear the truth. What the fuck?
Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special episode. Only.
Dude, what the fuck? Come on. What are the comments looking like? It's really strange how this story has become more about the people that reported it on it than the actual victim and the perpetrator.
Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today is a very special episode.
What? I thought that... Yo, I saw some tweets of people saying that Nick's comment section was actually calling him out. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Oh, like, dude, I hate this shit where it's like, you say some dumb shit, and then wonder... And like, you say some dumb shit and then when people call you out for saying the dumb shit, you say, hey guys, there's bigger problems going on right now. There's bigger problems than me just saying some retarded shit. Let's focus on that. Let's not focus on my retardation. Okay. This is what Hassan did. I don't know if you guys saw this, but Hassan did some interview with Piers Morgan or whatever. And he said some retarded shit about this guy. He said that he was a propagandist and spreading some kind of misinformation for one side or whatever, being propaganda, whatever, at the end of the day. And then when Piers Morgan called him out saying, hey, why'd you call me a propagandist? I'm not a propagandist for anything. I've been in journalism for 30 years. How could you say this about me? And then Hassan's response is, hey, you know what? I didn't come on the show to talk about little problems like this. There's bigger things going on. There's people getting bombed in Gaza right now. There's children dying. Let's focus on that. Let's have the real conversations here. Motherfucker, you didn't want to have the serious conversations on your own stream when you initially said that this person is a propagandist. So if you're going to start the dumb shit, I mean, reap the benefits. Reap what you sow. It's the most it's so annoying. It's so annoying. There's bigger things going on right now. Let's just ignore what the fuck retarded shit I said. It's so fucking... How many downvotes? 8K downvotes? Why am I saying downvotes? Dislikes? Is that true? Is it just one comment? Am I retard? Does anyone else feel like Nick got progressively more angry throughout this video? I guess that's kind of clowning on him. If you can't handle the situation, you don't deserve your platform. Nick? Okay. I like what I see. I stand corrected. This is looking good. It's so true, though. And as I'm going to go over in my main channel video, this guy is a pattern of this shit, calling for the deplatforming of multiple people. Despite, this is not an apology, this is doubling down. Dude, wait, never mind. It really was just one comment. This is based.
Hello, welcome back to...
Let's go. Wait, I didn't think it was possible. Are these all just like Turkey Tom fans? Or is this Knicks fans turning on him? I didn't think it was possible. Unironically, I was blackpilled about this shit. I was talking to, I think, Chris the Narc a couple months back when this situation was happening. And I was even wondering, you know, I was saying the only thing that could take down these people is to hope that they eventually get accused of a situation in the future. They eventually get accused of sexual assault. Because that's the only way that they'll ever be able to pay the consequences, because then they'll have to deal with the same thing they've done to others, you know, because his fan base, it's believe all accusations. So any accusation that comes out against him, he's fucked. He can't defend himself anymore. And, you know, I was even saying on Chris the Narc stream, you know, even if that does happen, I don't know. I don't have a lot of faith. I think Nickisnotgreen's fan base, they're just dick suckers for him. I don't really think they would change or turn on him. But hopefully I'm happily wrong, because this comment section is looking beautiful.
To the channel today is a very special about
Hopefully
a controversy that happened with a YouTube channel by the name of Supermega. The controversy revolved around a sexual assault that happened to an artist and a friend of...
If that's really the dislikes, that's great.
Supermega's by another one of their close friends who also worked for the channel. Both people were highly associated with Supermega, and the actual instance of the sexual assault happened under Matt Watson's roof. Now, the artist who was sexually assaulted made...
Hey, appreciate everyone coming out. We got like 62 viewers right now, despite me being gone for a ridiculously long break. So I appreciate it. Much more streams to come. Consistency's back. I know. Actions speak louder than words, but I'm looking forward to being back. Appreciate it. Appreciate you guys coming out.
A video...
Despite being on like my second channel and everything, you know, I appreciate it.
Months after this incident, detailing what happened between her, Don, her assaulter, and the rest of the Supermega team. Now, Lex, the artist at the center of the story, is dating a close friend of mine who you are all familiar with. That would be Ethan is Online. Lex posted her story, and I was asked by her and Ethan to potentially talk about it on my channel because I've talked about similar situations in the past.
Sorry, what? What? I'm gonna quote a Nick Diorio right now. This is that like Starfield. What's that one Marvel guy's name? That one movie scene of when he finds out his dad like murdered his mother or something. It zooms in on his camera, the fisheye screen. What? We're just admitting to that?
With that would be Ethan is Online. Lex posted her
Star-Lord, yeah,
story, and I was asked by her and Ethan to potentially talk about it on my channel.
You were asked by Ethan is Online and Lex Updog to cover her sexual assault story on your channel. What? Wait, sorry. I'm having the Star-Lord moment right now too. Didn't Lex say in her unlisted description of her video that she never knew her allegations would get this big and have this much of an impact? Didn't she say that in the description of her video? So that's another lie. That's just completely bullshit from her again, right? She literally said that. If she asked initially for Nickisnotgreen 750k subs to his fucking name to cover her allegations, she knew this was going to blow up. She knew that she would be looking at least 300,000 people viewing this situation. If not, had her ceilings much higher. These people are unbelievable. I'm sorry, I just want to pull that up. I kind of just want to pull that up real quick. Just to like 100% get this on record or whatever the fuck, you know? Let me go to my let me go to one of my tweets. It should be in one of these statements. She released her because her video is unlisted now. So I can't really see it. Fuck. I don't think I posted it. Does anyone have the unlisted description from her? I may be able to, I don't know. Let me just see if I could search it. Lex Updog, unlisted. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Got it. Great. So, Lex Updog is unlisted. Her Supermega video gave the reasons why in her description. So, if you're reading this, this is now unlisted because this no longer this is now unlisted because it no longer needs to be up as it served its purpose, which was getting my message to people that mattered to me after a long time of not having been okay, and the ability to talk about what had ultimately led me to being emotionally devastated for a very long time, affecting many important aspects of my life, hence part of why I spoke about the aftermath of the assault so much. I'm now remembering it. She said in this description that when she made her video on her small YouTube channel, she only wanted the people who were on her small Twitter account to know why she's been inactive and she wasn't as active on her job. I'll read it. But yeah, getting my message to people that mattered to me after a long time of not having been okay. Just listen to what she says here. When I was assaulted before, when I was 17, I wasn't believed by my close friends. So being believed by them is the most precious thing I could ask for. I felt so relieved being able to know that people now knew why I wasn't acting like myself. I'm so thankful to be believed by so many despite going on for too long about too many things. My perspective was that if I talked about so many things that no one could say something like, Lex made this up. Because too many things happened that I couldn't have even dreamt of making up, rather than just being really vague about what happened. In doing that, made my sorry hard to understand for many, giving people who had no reason to be charitable a reason to outright disbelieve me. It also doesn't help that I had an individual around me who has made this worse for me by taking my trust in them for granted, by using it as a platform to say a lot of really not okay things while I was seeing a movie. That's in reference to Leighton. It's coming up though, this next part. I would have never talked if I knew something like that would happen because it seriously has made me regret saying anything despite the relief I felt prior. I genuinely didn't expect this to get as big as it did, and so this is also why I am unlisting the video as well.
Story is dating a close friend of mine who you are all familiar with. That would be Ethan is online. Lex posted her story, and I was asked by her and Ethan to potentially talk about it on my channel because I've talked about similar situations in the past.
I mean, that's 1-to-1. I mean, that's a 1-to-1 lie. I watched like the first 7 minutes of this video. I didn't catch this part though. Jesus, man. This woman is disgusting. You know she's like 28 years old too? When I first saw her, I thought she was like 21, 22, 24 max. She's 28. So if you needed any more evidence to show these people are just straight up fucking liars, shameless, like in your apology description statement, you're still shamelessly lying to try to cover your own ass, throwing someone else under the bus. Rats trying to drown each other to get to the surface. I very rarely upload to this channel. Check the other uploads. I use it like a time capsule and a place I upload long messages like life updates to archive them. And still don't to be honest, really know how the YouTube algorithm works to know it would have blown up like it did. Well, you did know enough that you would ask your friend who has 750k subscribers to blow up the story for you. You knew that much. Your video didn't blow up because the YouTube algorithm. Your video blew up because you asked your huge YouTuber friend to cover your fucking story. Sorry for soying out a little bit, but it's just so infuriating to catch someone in a lie live. You know? Like just shamelessly lying. Again and again and again. It's just kind of unbelievable. You didn't know that it would have blown up like it did despite asking your friend with a huge YouTube sub count to blow it up, literally. Being more familiar with the site now. This bitch. I would have left it without comments and unlisted from the very beginning if I were more familiar with the website than I was before uploading this. Yeah. You would have, believable. You would have just unlisted the video and sent it to the important people on your Twitter to make sure that they knew the real story. That's what you would have done. That seems honest with all of your other behavior. I mean, shout out to Nickisnotgreen for being a retard once again, ratting out his own friend unintentionally. See, this is the problem when you tell lies and you're 4 rats all conspiring this lie against these people, is that your lies start to conflict with other people's lies and you start catching each other unintentionally in their own bullshit. If I were more familiar with the website than I was before uploading this, I linked this video to my smaller Twitter account closely tied with Don. Man, the more she tries to justify and explain herself, she digs her grave more and more. I linked this video to my smaller Twitter account closely tied with Don versus all my social media people, that the people on my Twitter were pretty much the main people that would have seen it, maybe even less. If you compare the views to my other videos, you can see why I thought this. Well, Lex, if you only wanted the main people on your Twitter to see it, why the fuck did you ask Nickisnotgreen to blow up your story and make a video covering your allegations? I mean, wow. Sorry for harping on this as much as I am, but wow. All my social media. What else do I even say? We have no reason to trust this bitch on anything. On anything. Anything. Again, this is the girl who we're supposed to be taking her word as scripture that she got sexually assaulted. Again, I don't know what happened. No one will know aside from the 2 people involved. But what we do know is that she's a proven fucking liar. So why are we suddenly taking a proven liar's word as if it has 100% credibility? Man, okay.
Watched her video.
Moving on, though.
And a few days later, I posted a video covering everything she said in the video, including the reports of 2 other people who spoke out about Supermega, one of them being a former employee of theirs who used to be friends with Ethan and Lex at the time of her video releasing. Now, after I released this initial video, Supermega released 2 videos detailing their side of the story, where they admitted their faults in a lot of areas, but also provided evidence as to why they believed that a lot of these claims were made in bad faith to hurt their channel, specifically targeting Layden's response as a highly falsified story that could not be trusted. Now, in one of these videos, Matt Watson claimed that a lot of these channels speaking out against them were directly tied to Layden, and even made the false claim that I am close friends with Layden, pushing the narrative that he was just a disgruntled ex-employee.
Hey, retard. Like, you can try to mince words all you want, but, like, I don't know if the exact quote from Matt was that he said that Nick was close friends with Layton, but at the end of the day, you were friends with him and you associated with him in this situation. Like, you may not have been close friends, but you associated with him and have hung out with him and were friends. Or call it what you want. These fucking labels are stupid. You associated with him, you talked with him, and you were in cahoots with each other about this situation. Let's just get that straight. You don't have to be best friends with the guy to still be culpable of associating with someone when you try to push a false allegation.
Close friends with Layden, pushing the narrative that he was just a disgruntled ex-employee who orchestrated these people to speak out negatively against Supermega and ruin their career. Now,
he literally was a disgruntled ex-employee who was trying to destroy Supermega's career and spread provable false information that got easily proven wrong. That you're not spreading like a narrative with that. That is the narrative that has been proven.
Who orchestrated these people to speak out negatively against Supermega and ruin their career. Now, I want to expand on my feelings on Layden and the way that I think he hurt Lex's story and the reputation of so many people.
Here we go.
around
He's going to throw it Layden under the bus too.
But I will come back around to it after
save
my
his own ass.
summary. A major point of Supermega's videos also focused on comments made by Lex and Layden about Matt and Ryan's late friend Daniel, who took his life several years ago. Specifically, Lex and Layden made claims about hearing Matt and Ryan called Daniel a coward, among many other things, and talked about how it changed the way they looked at Supermega. But in their response, Matt and Ryan talk about how their feelings of grief around their late friend should not have been a part of Lex and Layden's statements, and they felt like it was extremely inappropriate to bring this up and use it against them. Now, I believe this part is important here, and I will be expanding on it later in the video, but I just want to make it clear that Daniel should not have been mentioned in anyone's videos about the situation, including Lex.
Now, isn't that a stark pivot from this response right here? Oh, fuck, where is it? Go back. Isn't that a stark change of tone? Real quick. This was his initial response, saying, hey, you're still friends with rapists. You'll say anything you want. You're just trying to get sympathy votes, bringing up your suicidal friend because you're a friend with a rapist. And now you want to use anything you want, like your suicidal friend again that you made fun of, just to try to defend yourself. Go get a job. Stop being obsessed. Versus now this.
Daniel should not have been mentioned in anyone's videos about the situation, including...
Sounds like he realized that he was losing subs. Sounds like he realized that he was getting a little bit too much shit, getting a little bit too much dislikes, that he felt the need to change his opinion based off of that. I mean, these people are just as disingenuous as they come.
Including Lex. Because it was a part of multiple stories that
I'm supposed to really believe that Nickisnotgreen completely shifted his opinion from here to now in this short period of time. He completely shifted his whole moral view of this situation just like that. Bullshit. You saw you were losing subs.
Summarizing in my video, I of course decided to include it as valuable information, but the purpose of my video on Supermega was to highlight the stories that were told, not give my own personal story on the situation. Bringing up Daniel was purely part of reporting that story. It was not a personal feeling that I had against Supermega. Again, I'll touch on this.
Okay, sorry, but fuck you. You're trying to say, oh, I was just the middleman. I'm not worried. I don't deserve any criticism here. I'm just the messenger. You guys can't blame me. I'm just the messenger. Bullshit. You gave the story, presented it as fact, and then gave your own little gay commentary of saying, yeah, these people really are disgusting fucks, aren't they? These people are they covered up a sexual assault. These are some of the worst people ever. I'm going to title my video, Supermega is full of horrible people. Fuck you, the messenger. Come on, man.
More, but I'll complete
Give me
the
a break with that shit.
summary first. After these videos came out, I posted another video that summarized
This
Matt
video is bad.
and Ryan's videos at length, including the evidence they brought forward debunking some of the claims that were made. Now, I included all this information that was given by both parties in these videos, and I talked about deflections made by Matt and Ryan that attempted to discredit the victim in the story and anyone who was willing to talk about their actions. Now, on the other hand, I talked about mistakes that were made by Layden that ended up doing damage to the victim and her story. Lex publicly stated that she was not happy with Layden's actions and the way he handled the story, and from what I know, they are not on speaking terms anymore.
I gotta stop pausing, but this whole discredit the victim bullshit, like she is a proven liar, shamelessly. She has done all the discrediting herself. If anyone doesn't believe Lex's story, it's all because of her own actions. It's all the consequences of her own doings. She has lied in the same video that she made her allegation of being sexually assaulted, and she's wondering why people may not believe her? Come on. If you fake call into sick 10 times in a year, the one day you're actually sick, how are you going to blame your boss for thinking you're faking it this one time when you've already been caught faking it 10 other times?
Since then, there has been a narrative pushed by fans of Supermega, other YouTubers, and Supermega themselves that has fully embraced the conspiracy that there was an organized attempt to cancel Supermega and that I am one of the main people behind this.
I mean, you can of course, it's a little bit of exaggeration, over dramatization to say that there was this conspiracy and this big cult or group organized plan to cancel Supermega with these people. You can over dramatize it all you want, but at the end of the day, what we do know, what you just confirmed, is that Layton got fired from Supermega. And then Lex and by the way, Lex and Supermega made up as friends after supposedly Supermega covered up her sexual assault. After that horrible behavior and how poorly, which was the bulk of Lex's video, how poorly Supermega treated her, even after all of that, Lex and Supermega made up and still were friends. They put their differences and problems behind them, and they were good. Up until the exact coincidental date that Layton got fired. And then, as soon as Layton got fired, Lex cut all contact from Supermega. They were no longer friends. And then, now we know the information that Lex and Ethan is online were planning on coming out with, Lex was coming out with her video and allegations against them. And she even asked you to cover it on your channel. So, over dramatize it all you want, but you all were in cahoots, coming out with your own stories to call out Supermega one way or another. That's just true. That's just proven.
Attack. I want to be as straightforward as I can be here. You can look at my comments across social media on Instagram and YouTube to see the direct claims being made about me. And I also invite you to watch videos that are popularizing online about my role in this situation so you can come to your own unbiased conclusion. I made an effort to lessen the amount of harassment that was coming towards me and people around me from these videos, but
I'm never going to get over people calling comments harassment, when if we take a look at the comments, it's just saying, you're gay, you're a fucking retard. I'm getting harassed.
I have not blocked any
I got called gay, Mom. They're harassing me.
Words. I have not suppressed anything in the comments of these videos, and you are free to comment whatever you want. It is anarchy down there. Wow. Today I'm going to touch on these criticisms as candidly as I can. I have no agenda. I'm not a part of any organized attack to cancel YouTubers. I was not given permission to make this video. I wrote the script. I edited.
I'm sorry. I don't the over dramatization is so annoying. No, you were not. No, you may have not been part of this huge like group attack against a YouTuber, because of course that's blowing it up to be the most extreme scenario possible where it sounds silly. Like no one's claiming you were on the hunt with your sword and shield and armor, fucking attacking the big bad dragon Supermega. But you're purposely being dishonest by framing it that way, when you know what people are claiming, that you just admitted that you were in cahoots with these people and you boosted their story after they asked you to spread their story. And you even said in your own video, this isn't a normal situation where you look at all the facts and you find out the conclusion, which is incredible that he said that about rape allegations. But,
now, just because this video is coming out around the same time as some other creators are talking about Supermega, that does not mean there is a hidden agenda between people trying to ruin Supermega's channel. This video being made is not an effort to refuel the fire. Originally, I just wanted to do the best to respect the wishes of the victim in this situation and be quiet about it, to try to lessen the amount of harassment happening, because I knew that talking about it would just result in more harassment against Lex and claims that her sexual assault was a flawed story used to harm the Supermega YouTube channel for clout and attention. This narrative became increasingly popular, taking over all of Lex's social media and resulting in her deleting anything online pertaining to Supermega or the sexual assault. This, of course, caused even more people to make the assumption that this whole story was a lie. And very recently, this narrative grew aggressively because of a statement given by Ryan McGee on Twitter talking about his feelings on Daniel being used in Lex and Layden's video, and also being used in my video reporting on their videos. Now, because of this, in his statement, he directly mentions me and tags my social media, claiming that I was exploiting Daniel's suicide by including what Layden and Lex said in my video. So why don't we talk about this criticism and others that have been made about me? I do think there are valid criticisms being made about my coverage in the story, but those criticisms are drowned in lies being spread about me and my intentions while reporting on this story. I want to...
It's always going to be so funny hearing this motherfucker say, these people are lying about me. These people are spreading information that has not been proven. And I'm mad about this. I mean, it's always going to be so great hearing this motherfucker say that.
To talk about these criticisms pertaining to Daniel first. Now, there are about 30 seconds in each of my videos where I covered it as part of the story Lex was telling, and when I talked about Supermega's response to these claims, and in no way is there any evidence of me making personal claims about my thoughts on Ryan and Matt's relationship with Daniel. I think it is very irresponsible to claim that Daniel was a major point made in either of my videos, and I do believe that Ryan used my name in his statement to try to discredit my story in the way I reported it further. In my video, I directly quoted what was being said in a story I was covering, and I believe that it was necessary to point out that these claims have been made, and of course I wanted to follow that up with what Supermega thought about those claims. After reporting on this story in both of my videos, I will say that I believe Daniel's suicide should not have been a part of the story told by Lex and Layden.
Wait, so what is he claiming? I feel like he just flipped his opinion 180. He just said that he feels like Daniel should have never been brought up. But then he's also justifying himself for bringing up Daniel in his video, saying he just wanted to report the story and he felt like it was relevant to bring up Daniel. But then the next sentence, he says he doesn't think Daniel should be brought up. I mean, what the fuck is this guy saying? Am I just losing it, or...
Daniel was a major point made in either of my videos, and I do believe that Ryan used my name in his statement to try to discredit my story in the way I reported it further. In my video, I directly quoted what was being said in a story I was covering, and I believe that it was necessary to point out that these claims have been made. And of course,
so he just says he believed that he felt it was necessary to bring up Daniel in his video.
Of course, I wanted to follow that up with what Supermega thought about those claims. After reporting on this story in both of my videos, I will say that I believe Daniel's suicide should not have been a part of the story told by Lex and Layden.
And then he says it shouldn't have been. So why just spend like the 2 minutes justifying it? I mean, what are you doing? This guy...
I do not think it was...
How's this guy have 750k fucking subs? This guy's a complete fucking retard.
Necessary information for anyone to include that in their personal story about Supermega. I do not believe that means that I should ignore and disregard any mention of Daniel in my story, so I included it. I will say I believe there is a difference between exploiting someone's suicide and including it as a part of someone's experience when making a video about the story. I'm sorry that I talked about Daniel in the video. I think it would have been worse for me to ignore it altogether, but I should have condemned it when it originally came up in Lex and Layden's story. Although I knew—
I feel like I'm going nuts. He just went back and forth like 5 times of justifying himself, saying why he felt it was necessary to bring up Daniel, and then saying, no, I don't think I should have either. Am I fucking losing? We got to move on to the next topic. Dude,
people personally involved in the story. I was still a third party who made this video summarizing Lex's story after it was posted, and I can firmly say that I had no part or decision in Daniel becoming a part of Lex or Layden's story. All of the videos about Supermega that I talked about in my video were made before I even started scripting the story, and I think that the belief that I am heavily tied to the situation and that I brought Daniel's suicide up for no reason is wrong.
Okay, but you brought up Daniel's suicide for a reason, but it was a retarded reason. It's like you didn't bring it up for no reason, but you know the obvious implication of what people say and what they're criticizing you of. You're being purposely obtuse. When people say that you brought up Daniel's suicide for no reason, they're saying that it wasn't relevant. It wasn't relevant to the situation at all, so why the fuck did you bring it up? It was just a specific character assassination thing. And now you're saying, no, I actually just brought it up for the reason because these other people brought it up. I mean, these are all rats trying to drown each other. Now he's throwing Layton and Lex under the bus too. Saying, it wasn't me who brought up Daniel, I'm just the messenger. I brought up Daniel because Lex and Layton did. So you have no responsibility at all whatsoever to cover the story on your own terms? You do. You do have that responsibility. And because you chose to mention the fact of Daniel, you are also now responsible. I mean, this is just basic shit. You didn't mention a lot in Lex's video because as a reporter or a messenger, you felt like it wasn't relevant. There was plenty of things that Lex said in her 2-hour, 30-minute long video that you didn't mention in your video because you wanted to get the spark notes, you wanted to get the bullet points, and you felt like Daniel was that relevant to be involved in the spark notes. So that's what people are criticizing you for. That you brought it up for no reason, and it was completely irrelevant to the situation. So, this guy's oh man, he's just
making claims.
You watch these guys too long, it'll drive you nuts.
That I used Ryan as a main point in my video or that I exploited his suicide for views on the Supermega story makes it very obvious that Ryan really never watched anything that I made on the situation. If he did, he would see that all mentions of Daniel in my video were quoted from himself, Matt, Lex, or Layden. After Ryan released this—
It's not the fact that it was a quote, it was the fact that you brought it up at all and thought that it was a relevant part of Lex's story so much that you would mention it in your own story. You know?
Statement, I do believe that this talking point, among a few others, has now been used as a way to make wild claims against me and others, deflecting the multiple horrible actions that Supermega has made in order to spread the conspiracy that I made a hit piece on Matt and Ryan for attention and clout. Even if it may have just been
I mean, this whole attention and clout thing I've always not liked. It's just like... It's like calling someone jealous. It just seems like the most surface level, easy, like low-hanging fruit possible. Like, I don't care if you did it for... Like, I don't know, and I don't care if you did it for clout or, you know, attention. I don't think you did. I think you did it because you're a fucking retard.
I have seen multiple creators and artists on the internet publicly standing up for Supermega and using the mention of Daniel to deny all of the accusations against Matt and Ryan. I have seen creators who have firsthand experienced the backlash of telling a story as a victim online who are now backing up Supermega as if they both didn't fully admit to covering up their friend and employee sexually assaulting another one of their friends.
I'm just so happy this has gotten dislike bombed. It's like, it's very relieving. It's very relieving he's getting fucking destroyed on this. It's so relieving. One more time.
A victim online who are now backing up Supermega as if they both didn't fully admit to covering up their friend and employee sexually assaulting another one of their friends.
Nick's evidence of claiming that Supermega fully admitted to covering up the sexual assault of one of their friends is, again, as I mentioned earlier in the stream, is once they got the immediate call from one of their friends, like they have two friends here, Don and Lex. They're friends with both these people. And when they get the call from Lex that another one of their friends sexually assaulted another one of their friends, Lex and Don, that they didn't immediately cut contact, fire him, never speak to him again, but instead did the normal, sympathetic thing that any normal human would do ever. And if they hear a bad story about one of their friends, they'll go up to him, confront them about it, say, hey, what the fuck is this about? Question them about it. And then they get the other side of the story where Don claims to this day it was an awkward sexual experience, and they don't know. How can these motherfuckers be so they have no empathy for Supermega in this situation whatsoever? It's such a hard position to be put in when you have two friends one is claiming that the other sexually assaulted them, and you don't know what to do. That is such a hard position to be put in. And to expect them to immediately cut contact and fucking axe them off to eternity and never speak to them again, just of hearing one side of the story, now that's covering up someone's sexual assault. And this claim is even more absurd because Supermega eventually did cuck out. They even did. So this just really goes to show nothing will satisfy these people. Nothing is ever good enough, so never bend the knee. You know? Even when you do cuck out, even when they did cut contact from Don entirely, even when they did fire Don entirely, it's still not good enough. It wasn't soon enough. It wasn't quick enough. They waited too long. And they're still to blame. Just never bend the knee. That's the worst thing Supermega's done here.
There is verifiable proof that after Supermega finally let Don go, they didn't tell their fans the reasoning for firing him after weeks of questions about his disappearance from the channel. There is also evidence that Don asked people publicly about housing in Los Angeles, and that Supermega fans offered places for Don to stay under the impression that he was still on good terms with Supermega, and definitely under the impression that he was not a sex offender. There is evidence that
I wish the worst. It just makes me mad. A sex offender. A sex offender. You only can laugh at this shit, man. You only can laugh at this shit because it's just sad. But I mean, again, it's really like cathartic to see him getting shit on this much by even his own base, it seems like.
That Ryan was publicly liking Don's tweets weeks after he was let go for assaulting someone at Matt's house.
A sex offender, guys. Holy shit.
Ryan has admitted to sexting fans he met online and has agreed that his actions are not worthy of the platform he has. It is embarrassing.
Wait, what? That feels like a claim out of Left Blue. I mean, the fuck did I just say?
He was let go for assaulting someone at Matt's house. Ryan has admitted to sexting fans he met online and has agreed that his actions are not worthy of the platform he has.
Ryan has admitted to sexting fans online? Hold up. What is this vague post of a statement? I'm sorry. I'm going to be that guy, but sexting fans inherently isn't bad. There's no good way to say that, okay? But think about this critically for a second. Inherently, if you're sexting a fan, it's not bad. If they're underage, okay, now we got something to talk about. If you're taking advantage of them, okay, we have something to talk about. But you can meet like a partner or a girlfriend and like still have a healthy relationship with them and them starting off as being a fan of you. That's what happened with Marcia and PewDiePie. Marcia emailed fucking PewDiePie back in the day because she was a fan and saw his channel. I mean, how do you think all of these celebrities, rock stars, date? Maybe that's not the best example because there's a lot of sexual assault scandals in that. But you get my point. Like, if you're Justin Bieber, the whole world has heard of you. You know? So inherently, like, a lot of people are going to be like fans, you know? So there's always going to be that dynamic. So inherently, it's not a bad thing. It can be. It can be. But not inherently.
It is embarrassing.
So it's not just... If Ryan is sexting with his fans, that's not just like an immediate bad thing. You know
Line and has agreed that his actions are not worthy of the platform he has.
Where did this come from, too? Now it just seems like Nick is trying to attack on anything. Like he's just trying to attack Ryan on anything. What does this have to do with defending yourself from the allegations?
It is embarrassing, the kind of people that have been standing publicly with Supermega when it has been very clear that they are not above denouncing the hate that Lex is receiving because of things they said in their videos.
I can't. You'll go crazy if you watch these people too long. It's never fucking good enough. It's never good enough. Supermega even said in their own fucking video, Matt said in his own video, hey, we're just trying to clear up our information here. They cucked out. They said, hey, we're proud of Lex for coming out. We think she's brave. We don't want you to send hate or harassment her way. We just want to clear up some of the false information about us. That you can't even correct the record about false information that is being spread about yourself anymore. Because, you know, you might bring a little bit too much harassment to the victim, to the potential victim. It's so disgusting.
Above denouncing the hate that Lex is receiving because of things they said in their videos.
Like, they went above and beyond to say they were way too nice in their response videos, and even still,
regardless of Layden's role in the story, Matt and Ryan will not stop anyone from claiming that everything that happened in Lex's story was a lie. Matt and Ryan are well aware of how their audience is responding to this. They see how dishonest the claims are about Lex, myself, and many others.
Yeah, please tell us how dishonest something is. Nick is not fucking green. But also, at the same time, why would Supermega denounce the fans in the first place who are doubting Lex's story? Why? Like, what logical argument could they even give against these people? Because as the average fan, as the average bystander here, what do we see? We see Lex, who is a proven liar, who has been proved to lie on multiple occasions. We've seen that be her behavior. So why believe anything else she has to say? I mean, isn't that just like a very one-to-one logical thing to understand here?
They can say they care about lifting Lex's voices up, and they can say that they are sorry about what they did to her, but it has become very obvious that they do not care how their audience is responding to this. I invite people who are watching my video, who are fans of my channel, to read the comments and really think about how this should be handled. We are currently watching the repeat offense of thousands of people clawing for reasons to defend a YouTuber they like or a friend that they have in their life. And I am sure that many of you are still unsure about how you feel after reading the countless comments of people calling me a liar and claiming that I posted about this situation in malice towards Supermega. And so I want to briefly touch on some major comments being made about me and give you my thoughts. There are a lot of people theorizing the secret reasons that I must have had to make this video in bad faith to cancel Supermega, and I think a lot of them are very dumb arguments. One claim that I continue to see being made is that I capitalized on a suicide for clout. Daniel was far from the main...
Yeah, I love this. I really hope Nickisnotgreen doesn't address anything but completely retarded retards and their arguments. Like, yeah. He kind of baited us. Oh, he's going to respond to some of the fair criticism against him. Let's see what he's going to respond to. Exhibit A. Some fucking dipshit in the comment section. You're profiting off of someone's suicide. You're trying to get clout off someone's suicide. You're bad. Like, really, dude? You're responding to fucking this motherfucker, little Timmy?
Continue to see being made is that I capitalized on a suicide for clout.
Capitalized suicide for clout, yeah. Thanks for responding to the real critiques of you, Nick.
Daniel was far from the main thing I talked about in my video and was not a major part of the story at all in any way. And if you watched any of the videos, you would agree with that. The claim that I am capitalizing on anything in these videos is also an argument that is very obviously being done in bad faith. I cover stories on the internet 3 times a
These people have ruined bad faith. Like, I can't ever say it anymore without just, like, cringe.
week as my job. I covered Supermega's story in 2 different videos, neither of which were monetized or advertised on because I did not feel that was appropriate for me to profit on a story like this. I didn't make any money reporting on this story, and my only objective for posting about it was to talk about a story that I felt was important. Another reason people are calling me a liar is because they think that I'm friends with Layden, and that this was a part of his plan to cancel Supermega. I didn't talk to Layden about making this video about Supermega. I didn't even know that Layden was going to speak out about Supermega when I started scripting my video about Lex's story. I am not friends with Layden. I do not hang out, and I have never conspirized with him against Supermega. And if you ask anybody that I know in real life, you'd know that I don't like Layden. I have had negative interactions with Layden in the past, yet I still reported on his word because he was a reputable source as someone who previously worked with Supermega and was let go. I came to find out that Layden was not a reputable source at all, and I covered that in my follow-up video about...
I mean, that's fine. I mean, that could may even be true. Of course, we'll never be able to tell. But Nick doesn't have to be friends with Layton for that to disprove anything else. You know what I mean? All 4 of them combined don't have to be good friends with each other to disprove any of the main allegations that are being thrown against them of this being a conjoined effort. You know? Because what we do know is that Layton was good friends with Lex. Lex is fucking boyfriends with Ethan is Online. Lex and Ethan is Online are good close friends with Nick. So, like, he's trying to tear down this conspiracy. He's trying to tear down this narrative people are trying to push of saying, hey, you 4 were in cahoots to each other, with each other, to spread this narrative about Supermega. And he's trying to disprove that by just saying, that's not true there, buddy, because if that would be true, I would be friends with Layton. And since I'm not friends with Layton, then that can't be true. Like, bullshit. You don't have to be good friends. You don't have to be friends at all with Layton for that to disprove anything here. Because he was still good friends with Lex, and I think, personally, this could be wrong or right, but the timing is a little bit too convenient for this. I think Layton severely influenced Lex to believe that she was treated a lot worse by Supermega than what she actually was.
Supermega. The claims Layden made were not at all accurate, and I regret not denouncing them even more than I did in my previous video.
Fuck off. You regret not denouncing them. You were taking any opportunity you could at the time. You were grasping at straws to character assassinate Supermega, throwing anything you can at the wall. You were so happy when you saw that Layton fired up stream. So you could have more on the plate to stack up more and more shit against Supermega. I mean...
I am sorry that I did not dispel...
But also at the same time, nothing these people say is trustworthy. Nothing they can say is trustworthy.
more of what Layden said specifically in his video about Supermega, but I can now say that Layden did nothing but hurt Lex's story, and I think if given the chance, Lex would say the same. Regardless of her personal feelings on Layden, people comment, insult, and degrade these stories as though this means that everything reported is completely invalid. I know that people will continue to relentlessly claim otherwise, but I do not have any ulterior motive for my videos made on Supermega. I do not have any reason to want them to get canceled, nor do I think they should suffer non-existence from the internet because of this situation.
Run that back.
Motive for my videos made on Supermega. I do not have any reason to...
You don't have a motive? I mean, you literally said your motive in the initial video. And
want them to get canceled, nor do I think they should suffer non-existence from the internet because of this situation.
I mean, that means nothing. That means nothing. I don't care if you don't want them to get canceled. It's like he's taking the most retarded, unironic strawman sides of the other side, even though that's a meme word. Strawman sides of the other side and debunking them. Like, of course you're always going to seem right when you take the most retarded opposite sides of the argument and then prove them wrong with ease. But that's not the real critiques being levied at you.
Leave the fate of whether or not Supermega decides to be on the internet in their own hands. There's obviously a large group of people who still support Supermega and are willing
to... Yeah, I don't want them to get canceled, but at the same time, I'm going to release this video shamelessly with no evidence saying they covered up someone's sexual assault. I don't want them to get canceled, though.
To watch them online, so I don't think it is a problem for them when it comes to being canceled. They even still have their Patreon up and are asking people to subscribe for content that happened before they got canceled. And Don, the person who actually sexually assaulted Lex, continues to have a Patreon as well. But based off their reaction and the way that they turned the narrative on their friend who was assaulted in Matt's house, I fully believe that Matt and Ryan support the conspiracy that Lex's video is nothing but a hit piece on them to ruin their career. Another claim being made about me is that I made my video about Supermega for clout and attention. If you look at my channel, especially right before...
He's just responding to the most stupid fucking critiques. You know what the real critiques are. Tom dropped his whole fucking video on this. I made my video. Many other people made their videos. Yeah, I know you've been lurking. I know you've been lurking because you responded. You're trying to address the other side here. You just... Just the most retarded interpretations of the other side.
Is that I made my video about Supermega for clout and attention. If you look at my channel, especially right before
That's what a lot of people are saying. You just did it for clout and attention. That's honest.
My videos on Supermega, you'll see that I don't need or want clout or attention from them. My TikTok drama audience does not overlap with a dying Let's Play channel. And when I initially posted these videos about Supermega, as expected, they did not perform as well as my normal videos. I wasn't making money off the videos, and there was no reason to believe that these videos would somehow help my career. Most of the attention that I've gotten on those videos has been from people harassing me after being sent to my channel by Ryan and by other YouTubers who are making 3-hour rants about why Lex's experience getting assaulted is a lie made up.
Sorry, but Matt and Ryan literally cucked out in their own videos and said they don't want you to harass anyone or go to their channel or give anyone hate. They literally said that verbatim, but these people don't care. These people don't care about anything. Nothing is ever good enough. It's so annoying. I feel like I've repeated the same 10 points 50 times in this one video.
For attention.
It's infuriating. We just got to finish this because
I am absolutely not a stranger to hate campaigns like this. I have dealt with months of hate following my coverage on stories like Sneeko or Gus Johnson, both situations where I was harassed endlessly for uplifting the voices of victims who are attacked just like this. It is a never-failing pattern that every time...
Attacked! They went to war. They grabbed their spears. They grabbed their shields. We're going in, motherfuckers. I'm losing it watching this.
A victim speaks up, their words are dissected and ripped apart by people who want to find any reason to believe that the creator they love is not deeply flawed. I personally do believe that there were a lot of missteps that were taken when speaking out about Matt and Ryan. I think that Lex's video was long and that she spoke about her experience emotionally because of everything that happened to her and the way that her life seemingly fell apart after being sexually assaulted by a friend of hers. I don't think that she's in the wrong for that, regardless of the way that people use that as a way to discredit her story. I also believe that I could have done a better job in reporting.
Yeah, don't address any of the other provable lies that Lex said or any of the shit that you said or continue to say.
In this story, I was told by people close to me that
ironically victimizing other people, even though you care so much about victims, you're victimizing someone else, calling them a rapist with no allegations, ruining their fucking life.
These things happened with Matt and Ryan, and I would agree with my initial reaction claiming that they are horrible people. I believe looking back that this title was reactionary, and I disagree with using the specific language in my initial video, and I'm sorry for that. I do not think Matt and Ryan are defined by this experience, nor do I think they are incapable of learning from it and growing.
Wait, sorry. Am I just a retard? Didn't he just say he agrees that they're horrible people still?
Mean that they are horrible people. I believe Matt and Ryan, and I would agree with my initial reaction claiming that they are horrible people.
Wait, I thought I just had a retard moment and I misheard him. But I was right. He just says he agrees that he still thinks that Supermega are horrible people. But then says that it was reactionary and he now disagrees with it. I'm losing it watching this video. What is going on? Watch this.
Happened with Matt and Ryan, and I would agree with my initial reaction claiming that they are horrible people. I believe looking back that this title was reactionary, and I disagree with using the specific language in my initial
So now you
video.
disagree.
And I'm sorry for that. I do not think Matt and
And you're
Ryan
sorry.
are defined by this experience,
And
nor
you
do
don't
I
think they're defined by the experience.
think they are incapable of learning from it and growing to be better examples for their audience.
And you think they can grow.
I still stand by my initial opinions on Matt and Ryan's responses, and I don't believe they should be praised or defended as if they are innocent at all in this situation.
But then you say they're horrible people again. What the fuck is going on?
Matt Watson and Ryan McGee put their audience at risk and lied
I
to the
don't
people
know.
who watched them because they knew it would negatively affect their image. If you do not agree, lied to the people who watched them.
Nickisnotgreen calling us someone else for lying. Boys, this video is a trip. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Situation. Matt Watson and Ryan McGee put their audience at risk and lied to the people who watched them because they knew it would negatively affect their image. If you do not agree with me on that, then I do not.
This is why I took my 3-week break. This is why. And if I ever disappear again, you know why. You know why. I haven't watched any like YouTube soy content like a month now. And already I just can't take it.
Think that you should watch or consume my content. It is gross the way that people have claimed innocence for Matt and Ryan, and I hope all of you take a good look at the way everyone is reacting to this story before continuing to support the creators you watch and enjoy. None of this means that people should be attacking Lex and the people around her as if this was a proven, calculated attack to use Lex's assault as a way to cancel some YouTubers. It disappoints me that people who watch my channel would buy into the
What do you call it then? Like, of course you're gonna over dramatize it to the ultimate extreme, but what do you call it then?
assault as a way to cancel some YouTubers.
She asked you to spread her sexual assault allegations and was shown to be a proven liar about that. She said, oh, she didn't know it would really blow up and she only wanted her very inner circle of Twitter people to see it to know why she hasn't been active at work anymore. But then she gets caught in that lie by actually getting proven to ask you when she asked you to blow up her story and make a video about her allegations. What do you call that? What do you call it then? If not like canceling. Sure, canceling is like a loaded word, I guess, and it's pretty vague. Maybe you didn't want them to like lose their careers, but you literally, wait, but you did, because you said in your own fucking video, these people are just lying. Nick said in his own video that because of Supermega's actions in this situation, they shouldn't have a platform anymore. He said that in his initial video covering the situation. So you were trying to cancel them. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. This is too much, man. You just lie. You just lie.
Calculated attack to use Lex's assault as a way to cancel some YouTubers.
You literally did use Lex's sexual assault and Leighton's bullshit story and Morgpie's bullshit story to put in your video. And then in that same video, you said Supermega, because of this, shouldn't have a platform anymore. That's textbook canceling. If that's not canceling, what the fuck is? Man, this is fucking infuriating.
Disappoints me that people who watch my channel would buy into the idea that I would risk my career and safety to ruin someone else's YouTube channel.
That's the thing though, Nick. You knew what the response is going to be because you can call someone a rapist just on blanket accusations with no evidence at all. You knew what was going to happen because you've done this before. You've fucking falsely accused multiple people, said they should get their platforms taken down because of bullshit reasons. You've done this with Sneeko, claiming that Sneeko was trying to simulate a sexual assault on his stream when he was just telling an edgy joke. He was being a little bit exaggeratory, but he was not simulating a sexual assault. You do this. You have a pattern of this. So you knew it wasn't going to risk your career, but you're acting like, oh, why would I risk my career for this?
The claim that is being made about
I just gotta finish this video. I gotta wrap this up. This is so infuriating.
me is that I made my initial video without looking at the evidence or letting Supermega speak about their side on the issue.
Wait.
Someone else's YouTube channel. Another claim that is being made about me is that I made my initial video without looking at the evidence or letting Supermega speak about their side on the issue.
You literally said in your initial video, this isn't a normal situation that I cover, where I look at all the facts and I try to figure out what's correct in the situation. That is literally a quote verbatim in your first video. You unironically took your friend's word and posted and platformed on your 750k sub YouTube channel, calling someone else a rapist blanketly without a shadow of a doubt, and that Supermega covered up this rapist and covered up the rape.
Initial video without looking at the evidence or letting Supermega
You literally said you didn't look at the evidence or gave credence to the other side at all.
speak about their side on the issue. If you know my channel, especially at that time, I was posting constantly and I was always trying to be the quickest one to get to a story. I followed up Lex's story and gave it a couple days to see what happened, and in that video I said that I would be immediately following up with a new video after Ryan and Matt give their response to the situation. After they responded, I immediately scripted and put together my second video on the situation, which is even longer than the first video. I put it out a couple days later.
So his defense to the critique of people calling him out for not giving both sides to the story in his first initial video, and instead just blanketly jumping the gun, calling someone a rapist and calling someone out for covering up their rape. His defense to that is saying, oh no, don't worry, I made another video though. I made another video. Where, by the way, in that same video, he says the same thing. In this video, he says the same thing as well. The fact he didn't wait and give both sides is mind-numbingly stupid. Yeah. And the problem is that you didn't just cover allegations, Nick. You covered allegations and said one side was undoubtedly true and that it was correct. Without a shadow of a doubt, you stated it as fact and that it happened. This guy, man. This guy.
And I was careful not to mince words on what Matt and Ryan thought about this controversy. I did not hide anything they said. Since then, there have been constant claims that have been made, acting as if I never followed up on this situation, even though my video and their responses...
It doesn't even matter if you followed up on the situation as well. You initially jumped the gun and took the side with no evidence. And even in that same video where you're trying to say that you took a look at both sides, you still said the same things. You still said the same claim about how Supermega covered up the sexual assaults. In this video, you said Supermega covered up the rapist. And it continuously is calling Don a rapist with no evidence. You have nothing for any of these things, yet you stated them as fact on your 750k sub YouTube channel.
Was even more detailed than the video I made about Lex's story. Regardless, almost every comment I've seen acts as if I've never reported on what happened after Matt and Ryan responded. So much of the criticism I have received from making these videos has been from people who never took the time to watch any of the videos I made about the situation, and it becomes increasingly more obvious that they took the word of people deflecting from the truth rather than actually watching all of the videos involved.
Tell us more about how other people didn't do enough research, Nick, please. With your journalistic integrity.
You cannot watch a video from another creator or even from Matt and Ryan claiming that I am a liar without even watching the content that I made in the first place. That is the definition of attacking someone in bad faith, and I do believe that I looked at all of their videos and reported on them as accurately as I could. As I've always said, I want the people who watch my videos to come to their own conclusion. Watch my videos on Supermega, but also watch their videos and watch the videos of people constantly criticizing me and saying that I am acting in complete dishonesty. Now, if I were to go back and change anything, I do think I should have waited until Matt and Ryan responded to everything before talking about it.
Dude. This guy's great. This guy's great. He's done that like 4 times this video. He justifies all of the things he does and then says a few seconds and sentences later, you know, I do think maybe I could have went about this a little bit differently. But then spends 2 minutes justifying himself and defending himself, flip-flopping live on air 180. Who's doing it better than Nickisnotgreen? I don't know. He's killing it. He's killing it, man. The Special Needs Olympics would not be the same without him. He's killing it. Yo, shout out to Samuel, $2. I appreciate the hypocrisy. Thanks for paying the bills. Appreciate all you guys coming out. It's been a while since I streamed. I'm going to be streaming a lot more, so appreciate the turnout. It's been pretty cool.
In hindsight, that is a big mistake that I will not be making in the future, and I'm sorry for that. I like
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
to report on news as quickly as I can, and I did.
Yeah, I'm sure you're sorry about it. Suddenly your journalistic integrity just kicked in right now, even though this whole video you just spent continuously spreading the same bullshit of saying that they covered up a sexual assault and that Don is a rapist without a fact. Still jumping the gun with no provable evidence.
Not be making in.
But I'm looking forward to your new journalist side, Nick, where you look at both sides, you try to get the information correct, you know, scan it out, try to see what's going on here in these situations. Appreciate that effort.
The future, and I'm sorry for that.
Looking forward
I
to
like
that,
to
buddy.
report on news as quickly as I can, and I did so with both my videos in this case, but specifically with this story, I should have absolutely waited on a response by Supermega and made one big video about it rather than separating both stories.
But, you know, that wouldn't make Lex happy, would it, Nick? You know, Lex did ask you to cover her story, and I bet she wanted it in a timely manner. So, you know, you wouldn't be making Lex happy with that one. I hope this is the thing that destroys his channel. It won't. It won't. It won't. Me too. We can hope for the world, you know? We can hope that he gets eventually accused of some bullshit assault allegation one of these days. We can hope for it, but, you know. I think this is just going to be a minor dent in his career. It's not really going to be long-lasting. Because that's the thing. You unironically can't get canceled unless you touch a kid. And even when you touch a kid, you can still kind of like, look at Mini Lad, you can still kind of pull through. As long as you just keep uploading and steam through the hate, 99% of controversies won't affect you.
And I'm very sorry to everybody involved for making that mistake. I definitely
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Thank you.
need to
I'm sure Supermega would be taking that apology very kindly.
take a look at my content and look at the way that I can impact other people as a result of telling my stories. This situation has told me that I need to take a lot more care when it comes to reporting these stories, and I will not make that mistake in the future, and I apologize. After thinking
I guess I just gotta finish this video. We got 50 seconds left. We got 50 seconds left. I just gotta finish this.
reporting these stories,
But
and I
I'm
will
sorry.
not make that mistake in the future.
I'm sorry. He's saying I'm not going to make that mistake in the future. And that you're talking about how much that you know that your influence can affect people and the videos that you make people videos on. Despite in the same video making the claim with no basis or evidence that that Supermega covered up a rape and accusing someone of rape with no accusations. I mean, oh no, I lost my fucking spot.
telling my stories. This
I just gotta
situation
get
has
through
told me
this.
that I need to take a lot more care when it comes to reporting these stories, and I will not make that mistake in the future, and I apologize. After thinking about how to address this for a while, I decided to unlist both my videos about Supermega to diffuse as much harassment as I can, and hopefully put this situation to rest.
Just when you thought you could give Nickisnotgreen a little bit of credit. You know, I gave him credit before I watched this video. Just when you thought you could get a little bit of credit. You know, at the end of the day, he's a fucking retard who made this horrible video. Still continuously spreading lies. But at the end of the day, he did unlist his videos. But what was his reason for unlisting his videos? Oh, it wasn't just because he wanted to respect Lex's wishes, which he very much cares deeply about. Respecting the victim's wishes, and how she said once she unlisted her video, she doesn't want this to get any more attention. So gradually you would think that Nickisnotgreen would take down his videos too, because he claimed that his initial intent was just to lift up Lex's story. And if Lex's story doesn't want to be out anymore, then he would do the same thing, following accordingly. You would think he would do it for that reason. You would think he would do it because he acknowledged his own fuck-ups against Supermega, his own provable lies, and how he didn't look at both sides. But no. The reason he unlisted it is to minimize harassment against himself and Lex. Just when you thought. Just when you thought.
Supermega to diffuse as much harassment as I can, and hopefully put this situation to rest.
Thanks.
I'm going to link both unlisted
Thanks,
videos
Nick.
in the description, so there is still a way
Appreciate
to access
that.
and watch them, but I do not want the public to
Thank
come
you.
across them anymore because of the way that it has affected everyone. I believe Lex is
Thank
going to
you.
publicly talk about all
Thank
of
you.
these claims in the near future, so some questions that were made directly towards her and her story should be answered there. But again, our
Oh, Lex is going to talk about this? Wait.
has affected everyone. I believe Lex is going to publicly talk about all of these claims in the near future.
Oh, Lex is going to talk about all these claims in the near future? I wonder how you know that. It's almost like it's almost like you've been in cahoots with this bitch since day one, and you know the behind-the-scenes information about what's going to come out, which you've already admitted early on in this video that she asked you to cover and blow up her allegations. So now we even know more. Just even, like, if you need any other further proof.
So some questions that were made directly towards her and her story should be answered there. But again, our social media accounts are not controlled the same way. I am not in consistent communication with her, and I am not associated with how she goes about telling her story. If you come across this video and you look at everything and you feel like you want to stop watching the channel, that is your decision. And if you want to keep watching me and you want to keep seeing what I'm doing, I'll be back on Monday.
Hey, man. We can hope for the most.
Completely in.
We can only hope for the best. That this does hit his channel. That he does kind of reap some kind of consequences to his own actions. Do I think he's going to? No. Fuck no. I don't think he's going to. But, you know, we can only hope that this is going to be some kind of blow to his channel. Let me check out what is Social Blades looking like. Let me check out his Social Blade. See if he's losing subs. When your own fans eat you? Yeah, you can only hope. I mean, it seems like that way, at least on this video. We'll see what happens, though. It'll be interesting. I got a main channel video coming out on Nick soon. So it seems like, at least on one of his channels, he's losing some subs. He's losing some subs. 1K, 1K. Nothing really substantial, you know. But this is his channel that he's not really much active on. Let me go to his other one. Green is not Nick, I think the name is. Let's do this one. What do we got here? Okay. Okay, this is legit, I guess. He's losing like 5K subs. I mean, no complaints, you know. Nice to see you back, by the way. Lerix, missed you, bud. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. good to be back. I mean, I'm happy with the turnout for this stream. I haven't streamed in a while, so it's pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, we can only see, right? Only time will tell. I don't think it'll have a big impact, but at the end of the day, I don't know. Shouldn't be that deep. Okay, now we have two options, ladies and gentlemen. We can either end stream, or we go over like the 2-week, 3-week old fucking Lil Tay drama. Let me know. What should we do? Because I like documented all this because I wanted to cover it on stream. So let me know. What do you want to see? Do you want to see that? Or should we just call it? Is it too dead? Is it too dead of news? Nah, end stream. Base. Let's fucking go. Yeah, no. Maybe another time. No, that's, I don't know, that's such a funny ending. Yeah, nah, fuck it. Actually, you know what? I don't want to see that shit. That's good. No, but at the end of the day, appreciate you guys coming out. It's so good. Yeah, I don't really want to see that bullshit. Join Aiden? Is Aiden streaming? Actually call Aiden. I'll give Aiden a call. Play Queef Jerky? I'll play that. That's his shitty ass band. Dude, look at this fucking shit. Look at this guy.
Do you even know what day it is?
Queef Jerky's playing a live concert.
Nice.
Do you even know what day it is?
Okay. They don't want to sit. No one wants us to watch Queef Jerky. It's that bad.
And what am I supposed to do? Just hold it?
Just like that. You can do whatever.
Fuck this. Okay, yo, shout out. Teak X just got with a girl, and now I'm watching your streams, bro. Commentary Crusade, Nickisnotgreen, and Hassan. Those guys are mad weird. Should be. Hey, I appreciate the $5. Seriously, I think you're one of the top donators on this channel. I appreciate it. Thanks, man. Should I call Aiden?
Around. Yeah, driving by.
Yeah, fuck this. Let me give Aiden a call. What the fuck's Aiden doing?
I am in the living room.
This is AIDS. Why the fuck am I watching this? Aiden Projects. What the fuck is this channel? No bitches? Flamenco is no bitches?
By making out with one of the food babies at the
What the fuck is this guy doing? He's watching politics. Fuck this. No. Appreciate you guys coming out to the stream, though. Much more streams to come. Much more streams to come. Things in the future. Appreciate you all coming out. Big things are coming on this channel. But yeah, dude. Just watching too much of this Nickisnotgreen, it'll fucking kill you. But no. See you guys next time. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe the next day. Maybe I'll go